काही होगा
ऑफिस में रिजाइन बनून बोललो काम नाही करतो ती कधी दिलं मला
नहीं मिला नहीं
जो
हो रे
मी पण कसले भारी दिसते बघ
गुड मी इथे चालू केली मीटिंग So shall I start? Hello? हाँ प्रियंका, I have a meeting. हेलो, हाँ प्रियंका, नहीं ना मीटिंग है अभी 11 बजे, मेरा लेक्चर है, मैं बात करती हूँ लेक्चर। हाँ ठीक। Okay, so we'll start with I will just revise the concept. Hope you have understood, or hope you have gone through the already. You know what is AVL tree and why we are using it. But before, actually, as per my knowledge, I should explain you that why we are coming to AVL kind of tree, or what kind of tree is AVL is. Okay. So before we start, we should know, is it visible to everyone properly? Binary search tree. Actually, AVL tree is basically a balanced binary search tree. We all know that. So all BST operations are of h, where h is the height of the tree. Is it clear? And minimum height is log of n for a binary tree with n nodes. And we know that maximum height can be grow till n. N is the number of nodes in a binary tree. So what is the base case time complexity of the binary search tree? It is a log of n to the base 2, and the worst case time complexity. What is the worst case time complexity of binary search tree? It is going to be n if the skewed tree is generated. Okay, so best running time for BST is log of n, and the worst for example, the tree is created like this for a given node structure. You can see that insert 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 into an empty BST. Okay. Okay. So insert. So we can see that when you already sorted data is inserted in a binary tree, either it will be a left skewed tree or the right subtree, and lack of balance, and compare depth of the left and right subtree, you can see that tree is unbalanced because the log your time complexity and the time complexity for searching and all will become the often. You can see that these are the various tree. This is the balance tree. You can see that in a first tree your time complexity for search operation is log of n. In the third tree also log of n, but if you see that the second tree, the time complexity will be log of is 7, which is the n of your tree. And that is a biggest drawback with a binary search tree. And we know that application of binary search tree is to let me check the chat. Okay, so binary search tree is basically used to store the indexing kind of thing and search the data very at a faster rate. And if it is going to be grow like this, we will not achieving the what actually mean for the binary search tree. And for that we come to across some way. Is it possible to balance the tree in such a way that its height should not cross the log of n? Okay, a balanced search tree is one where all the branches from root have almost the same height. Okay, that is called as for balance factor is the property of the node which is used to decide whether tree is balanced or not. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to find out one solution through which what we are going to try, we are going to try a tree in such a way that the tree's height will be almost, or all the nodes from the root are at the same height. Okay, like your leaf node you will basically consider. Okay, so that is going to be the why what actually we are supposed to do with the binary balancing. Now various way of balancing are possible. Okay, now it is visible. Hello. No. Okay. Okay. Scroll down to KIV. Wait a minute, I will do. Okay, now is it visible? Yes. Okay, good. So how to balance a tree? So there are various techniques are available to balance the tree. First, don't balance and keep your tree as it is, the binary search tree. Okay, so we are not going to do anything with, like, we are going to use a normal binary search tree. Second, strict balanced. The tree must be always be balanced perfectly. That is your complete binary tree. Almost complete binary trees form every time when you do the insertion and deletion operation. Okay, when the tree is going to be unbalanced after the insertion or deletion of a node in a tree. So what we are trying to do after insertion and after deletion, we'll try that my tree strictly balanced perfectly. Okay, and this type of tree is called as a strict balance tree. Pretty good balancing only allow a little out of balance, means percent 1% to out of balance is allowed, and that is pretty good balancing. I adjust on the accessing, means after the insertion and after the deletion, tree itself adjusts according to the balancing. Okay, so that are the various way we can do the balancing of a tree. Is it okay? So we will see that how this Adelson, Veleski and Landis, it is a AVL tree which is called as a height balance tree. Many algorithms exist for keeping the binary tree balanced. Very first is the hello, hello. It's okay. Now the no, actually balancing a strict binary tree is quite complex and it is hardly impossible. So we'll go for the second option and the third option. Adelson, Veleski and the Landis, they are the uh, developer of this kind of concept of AVL tree, which is called as a height balance tree. So it is a pretty good balance tree, means it is not a strict balance tree, other it is not a self-adjusting, means user has to take care of that the tree is balanced after the insertion and the deletion by doing the different rotations. They should call the rotations. Okay, split tree and other are called as a self-adjusting tree, that is possible. So okay, third or second way, and B plus other multi-way tree, these are again the advanced version of the AVL tree only. So after insertion and deletion, we have to take the proper splitting and the joining operations to make sure your balancing factor is maintained or your tree is balanced. What is meant by balance? That my tree should always be pretty good, almost complete or somehow 0.1 or 2% unbalanced. This is clear. If you want to perfect balance after every operation, tree is full possible in the lower right. This is expensive and quite difficult to do this. For example, insert 2 in the tree. After insertion of the 2 here, after the 4 it is greater less than 4, so it is greater than 1, so it will be inserted after 1, and after that we have to change the tree, and that you can see that total tree is changed, and this is going to be a very difficult task, and it is going to be a very expensive task also. So perfect balancing is not at all possible, and it is not recommended also. So we are going for the AVL good, not perfect balancing. So you should understand this concept first, that AVL tree is not a perfect balance tree. It is a simply pretty good balance tree in which 0.20-30% unbalancing is allowed, and based on that we'll try to find the balancing factor. Okay, so AVL tree are the height balance binary search tree. Balance factor plays a very important role in the AVL tree. So at each node actually we are going to calculate the balance factor. How to calculate the balance factor? Height of the left subtree minus the height of the right subtree. Okay, and AVL tree has a balance factor calculated at every node, and for every node heights of the left subtree and the right subtree can differ no more than 1 0 minus 1. That is mean if their balance factor is having a difference greater than 1 or less than 2, it means that your tree is not balanced and we need to do some operations to balance it again. Okay, so that is the concept behind the EVL tree. Now we'll see that how to do the balancing first and what is meant by the balance factor and how to calculate the balance factor. It is visible on the PPTs. Are you understand? The height of leaf, we'll assume that height of the leaf node is 1 and the height of null pointer is 0. Is it clear? So please note down when you are doing the EVL tree and when you are calculating the balance factor, we'll start from the leaf node. Okay, so we will assign the 1 to the leaf node as a height, 2, 3. Likewise, we'll go to the root node. So when null pointer is there, count that height of null pointer as a 0.0. Okay, so you can see in a first tree, h of L is equals to 0 and HRR. Height of left subtree of the 30 is 0 and the height of the right subtree of the 30 is 0. So balance factor is the height of left subtree minus the height of right subtree, which is 0 minus 0 is 0. So difference is 0, which will indicate that the 30 is a balanced tree. Is it clear? Now you can see the second tree, 30, 20 and the 40 is there. Okay. Now what is the height of 20? Actually left and right subtree of the 20 is null, that is 0 minus 0 is 0. Same for 40, 0 minus 0. Height of this is 0. But you can see that when you are coming to 30, what is the height of left subtree and what is the height of right subtree of 30? It is 1, 1. So you can see that 1 minus 1 is 0. This is clear that how to calculate the balance factor over any node. Okay. So first we should understand how to calculate the balance factor. Everybody understood this? That then in this way we are going to first calculate the balance factor. And if any node you found that the balance factor is not 1, 0 or minus 1, it is not lying with this range, then we have to make somewhere in balancing is there and we have to start the balancing of a tree. This is clear? Now, if balance factor is greater than 1 or less than 1, sorry, it was disconnected from my side. Now it is again. So have you understood that what is meant by balance? Actually, balance by EVL tree, or how to balance a tree? Sorry, how to calculate the load factor? Yes, everybody. Have you understood how to calculate the balance factor? Minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, it will become minus 2. So it is unbalanced. Okay. If left subtree is having minus 1 and the right subtree is having 1, same, we have to treat the same way. Say whatever the height is there, that height you have to consider. Okay. So you have understood the balance factor calculation. Voice is not clear. Okay, I will explain. This one. Okay. Now the height of leaf is 1. We will assume that height of the leaf node of any node is 1 and the height of null pointer is 0, and height of the subsequent internal node will be the height of its child plus 1. We have to do height of its child's plus 1. We have to go on adding till the root node. Okay, so that actually how we are going to assign the height to the every child and the parent node. Is it clear? According to this, if you see the first tree, in that 30 is the root node only single node is there in the tree, so it is having the 2 null pointer, and as per the discussion, null pointer is having the height 0, so height of the right subtree and the height of the left subtree of 30 is 0, 0. So balancing it will be the 0 minus 0 is 0, which is the absolutely, it will indicate that my tree is balanced. Is it clear? This is actually how to calculate the balance factor. And if you come to the second tree, height of the 30 is 1 minus 1, 0. How it comes? Because height of 20 is you can see that here it is 0, but 30 at that time height of left subtree and height of right subtree is 1, because 0 plus 1 1, 0 plus 1 1. This is clear. So this is actually just to understand that how to calculate the balance factor for any node when it is given. And what is the balance factor of 20 and 40, as their only leaf null pointers are there. So 0 minus 0 1, here also 0 minus 0 1. So height of the 20 balance factor for 20 and balance factor for 20 is 0. Is it clear? Okay, now it is clear. Okay, now we'll go for the next slide. Okay, so as per the AVL discussion, if the balance factor is greater than 1 or the less than minus 1, what it indicate? If greater than 1 means the balance factor is crossing the value 1, when it is a positive number, it may become 2, 3, then the tree is unbalanced at that particular node pointer where the balance factor becomes the greater than 1. Same way, when your balance factor goes down minus 2, minus 3, it is also indicate that the my tree is unbalanced at this particular point, and we have to do something which can balance my tree again. Then what we are supposed to do, that we'll first see. Now, for example, this is given the complete binary tree, and we can see that how the balance factors are calculated. Please check it. If you are not understanding, let me know that I can re-explain it. You can see that 75 ka balance factor 2 minus 3 is minus 1. It is absolutely okay if your height of binary or your balance factor is minus 1, 0 or 1. When the root node is having minus 1, it will indicate that your all subsequent nodes are balanced for this particular thing. This is clear. If something unbalanced in at a lower side of any side of a subtree, then definitely your balance factor of root is also not a balance. It may cross the minus 1 or it may cross the 1 also. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay. Yeah. No. Hi. Correct. Correct. You will take the maximum from both the sides. Here it is 2, 1 and 2, and here it is 1, 2 and 3. That's why the maximum, whatever the maximum height of the right or left subtree, that will be considered when we are calculating the root ka balance. That same we have to carry. Actually, okay. Now clear? Hello? May I audible? Okay, till this point it is clear to all? Is it clear?